Chapter: How I Survived Blowing My Forex Accounts, and You Can Too. I want to be real with you for a minute. No fluff, no hype, just the raw, unfiltered truth about what it really takes to survive in the world of Forex trading. You see those stories online, don't you? The Instagram posts, the YouTube ads, people supposedly flipping $100 into a fortune overnight. They sell you a dream of financial freedom, of quitting your 9-to-5, of living life on your own terms, all from a few clicks on your laptop. Yeah, I believed those too. I drank the Kool-Aid. I saw myself as the hero of that story, the one who would defy the odds and get rich quick. But let me tell you what I learned the hard way, after blowing up more trading accounts than I care to admit. Let me tell you about the side of trading they don't show you in the glossy advertisements. The first time it happened, it was brutal. I had a small account, maybe $1,000 I'd scraped together. I'd had a couple of small wins and my ego was soaring. I thought I'd found the secret. So I saw a setup, a trade on EUR/USD, and I went all in. I didn't just bend my rules on risk management, I shattered them. I thought, this is it. This is the one that doubles my account. I watched in horror as the market turned against me. Every pip felt like a punch to the gut. I kept telling myself, it'll come back. It has to come back. I was glued to the screen, my heart pounding in my chest, my palms sweating, but it didn't come back. The margin call email landed in my inbox like a death certificate. My account was gone, wiped out. The silence in the room was deafening. It was a mix of shame, anger, and profound disappointment in myself. And my first thought? My first flawed conclusion? I just need more money. A bigger account would have absorbed that drawdown. A bigger account is the answer. So I saved up again. I worked extra hours. I told myself, next time will be different. I'll be smarter. But guess what? It wasn't. The second account blew up even faster than the first, and then the third. I was trapped in a vicious cycle. Each loss fueled a desperate need to win it back immediately. I started revenge trading, jumping into the market with no plan, just raw emotion, trying to punish the charts for what they did to me. My problem wasn't my account size. It was never about the money. It was my mindset. It was my ego telling me I was smarter than a multi-trillion-dollar global market. It was my impatience, wanting life-changing money today, not in 5 years. I was chasing, desperate to win back what I lost, fueled by a toxic cocktail of fear and greed. I was trading with fear instead of strategy. Fear of missing the next big move, so I'd jump in too early. Fear of losing, so I'd cut my winners short. And greed, oh the greed. Letting my losers run, praying for a miracle, convinced my analysis couldn't possibly be wrong. And every single time I did that, the market, in its infinite and impersonal wisdom, took me to school. It was the most expensive education I've ever received. I hit rock bottom. I was ready to quit. I felt like a failure, a cliché, another statistic in the 90% of traders who lose. And in that moment of surrender, something shifted. I finally understood. The market wasn't my enemy. I was. Here's the truth. Blowing an account isn't the end. It's a lesson. A very loud, very painful, very expensive lesson. It's the universe, or the market, or whatever you want to call it, grabbing you by the shoulders and screaming, "You're missing something fundamental." It's a sign that you need to slow down, pull over, and reevaluate your entire approach. You can't keep driving at 100 miles an hour with no map and expect to reach your destination. For me, the glaring issue was risk management, or rather, the complete lack of it. I was risking way too much on a single trade, sometimes 20, 30, even 50% of my account, thinking I could outsmart the market. I was gambling, not trading. And the house always wins. So what changed? Everything. I took a break from live trading, I stopped funding accounts, and I started from scratch. I bought a simple notebook and a pen, and I started journaling every single trade I'd taken on a demo account. I wrote down my reasons for entry, not just "it looked good," but the specific technical and fundamental confluence that justified the trade. I wrote down my emotions. Feeling anxious, feeling greedy, feeling confident. I wrote down my entry price, my stop loss, my take profit targets. I documented my exit, everything. Whether it was a win, a loss, or a break-even trade, it went into the journal. After a few weeks, I started my review process. And like magic, patterns started to show up. Not just on the charts, but in my behavior. I could see it, clear as day, in my own handwriting. I saw that my biggest losses always came after a big win, when my ego was inflated. I saw that I consistently broke my rules on Monday mornings out of impatience. I realized my losses weren't random acts of market cruelty. They were a direct result of my flawed process. They were screaming at me to fix my process, to build a system, to create a fortress of discipline around my decision-making. The journal became my mirror, and it was brutally honest. Armed with this new self-awareness, I changed my behavior. I stopped trying to catch every move. I defined my A-plus setup, the only conditions under which I was allowed to risk my capital. If the market wasn't offering me that exact setup, I did nothing. I waited for my setups. I learned the incredible power of sitting on my hands and letting the market come to me. I realized that professional trading is 90% waiting and 10% execution. The amateur chases the market. The professional lets the market come to their price, their zone, their setup. That's when the real growth happened. When I shifted my focus from making money to executing my process flawlessly. The profits became a byproduct of good discipline. It wasn't just about trading anymore. The growth was personal. The discipline I learned in trading started to bleed into other areas of my life. The patience to wait for a setup taught me patience with my long-term goals. The humility to accept a loss taught me to own my mistakes outside of the charts. I became a better problem solver, more resilient, more self-aware. I wasn't just becoming a better trader, I was becoming a better version of myself. Look, blowing an account sucks. Let's not sugarcoat it. It hurts your wallet, but more than that, it hurts your pride. It makes you question your intelligence and your judgment. But it is not the end unless you quit. It's a rite of passage for many who ultimately succeed. The question is, what will you do with that failure? Every blown account can either be a tombstone, a monument to a dream you gave up on, or it can be a stepping stone. It can be the solid foundation upon which you build your entire trading career, forged in the fires of failure and reinforced with the steel of hard-earned wisdom. So don't be ashamed of your losses. Don't hide them. Study them. Learn from them. They are your greatest teachers. Wear them like badges of honor. Let them fuel your comeback. Let the pain of your past mistakes be the motivation that drives you to be more disciplined, more patient, and more prepared than ever before. Keep grinding. Keep learning. Stay humble. Trust your process, not your emotions. Fall in love with the discipline, not just the dream. Because I promise you, the trader you want to become is waiting for you on the other side of the struggles you're facing right now. Success is not found in avoiding failure. It's built by surviving it.